Hello, this is Kimberly Patton, and today I'm reading a nonfiction article about a local hero, Chris Cruz. It's called I Am Greater Than Fire. The sun rays filter through the car window, and Chris Cruz and his partners are on patrol in beautiful Lake County, Florida. It is July of 2015, and Chris has just started touring on duty as a police officer. He has always looked forward to a career in law enforcement, and now it is official. He wears the badge, his radio crackles with calls. He's living out his training on a daily basis. His future spread before him like open waters ready to be explored. But he barely made it through 8 months of his new career when a backyard bonfire accident seared his skin, nerves, muscle, and tissue on 69% of his young 21-year-old body. The explosion on Super Bowl Sunday 2016 caught him by surprise, and the flames licked at him for seconds that felt like an eternity. He fought the flames desperately while his friends rushed to help him. Normality would take a back seat for several months while he underwent 11 surgeries and lived at the hospital for 97 days, mostly in ICU. His parents would sit by his bedside, crying over their once vibrant son, wrapped in bandages and given a grim diagnosis. I was trapped inside for hours and days, unable to walk or move. Because I am naturally an outdoors person, this drove me nuts. I eventually didn't even watch TV. If someone was in the room, we would talk, but I mostly just laid there on the bed, staring, wondering, waiting. What comes next? He worked hard to fight deadly infections, obeying the nurses and praying for the skin grafts to set well as his body started to heal at snail pace. He then had to relearn how to grip a fork, breathe normally, and bravely stand with a walker. He began to practice small steps, except that with his progress came interrupting surgeries that set him back again. The daily process was grueling, but he clung, pitbull-like, to hope. I was never suicidal. I have always had a strong spirit, and when things got tough, I knew I just had to keep moving on. I had to learn to walk several times, cramming 22 years of growing into 5 months. My long-term goals felt like a million miles away, so I turned my eyes to short-term goals. Cut a steak, bend my fingers, walk without a walker. The support system from outside those grim hospital walls was unreal. His Bravo squad from the police force brought in a framed group picture that compelled him daily to fight hard. That was his team, his men, his supporters. He didn't want to let them down and was determined to push through so he could join them again soon. Several police departments made banners, and his room was bursting at the seams with decorations, well wishes, and colorful encouragement. Friends and strangers from all over the world rallied together. Chris strong, willing him to fight tough. He received a special letter from a family he had helped back when he was first starting out as a police officer, and it is one of his most precious pieces of mail. When the family's home was broken into, Chris was one of the officers to respond. The alarm had been tripped and the front door was mysteriously hanging open. Even after clearing the house of any danger, the parents and the 2 small boys were visibly shaken. Chris stayed behind with another officer and took a few extra minutes to walk through the house again with the 2 boys in tow. He encouraged them to keep their parents and family safe. Chris handed out junior police stickers for the little boys, and they beamed as they each wore their badge of honor. Chris gave them peace of mind as well as a mission. Strong words of encouragement from families like this renewed Chris's passion for the job and gave him continual motivation to keep working hard to get out of the hospital. Chris pushed himself daily to walk those few extra steps during his physical therapy. When his body screamed at him to stop running it into a brick wall, he lay back down and thought, if not today, tomorrow. Chris was resilient, tenacious, refusing to give up. I am greater than fire. This is Chris's mantra, written with strength by a complete stranger. Chris read this phrase from a letter he received while still in the hospital, and the powerful praise described his battle perfectly. Chris, literally surviving fire, has come out on the other side an overcomer. He can look back and say, wow, fire did not defeat me. I am greater than fire. Looking toward the future doesn't scare him. He amazingly seems unaffected by the accident, still extremely focused on his career. My goals and dreams haven't changed. I want to serve on the police force for at least 20 years and retire with honors. He wants to help significantly with the Explorer program, something that he was a part of as a teenager. He dreams of helping other teens train to be law enforcement officers, maybe getting the program running in other counties. He knows that it will take a while, but he wants to get back on the streets, patrolling and providing security for his city. He loves being the one to answer a person's last call of desperation. While they are in their worst moments on a fierce search for help, he can be their answer. Chris sees being a police officer as a great way to give back to the community, and he enjoys watching civilians transform from a place of desperation into something positive. As of October 31st, he is back at the police station working again. A couple weeks ago, Chris shot his gun at the range for the first time since the accident. He was still sensitive from all the nerve damage and regrowth in his hands, but the crack of the gun and the familiar blast put a huge smile on his face. He shed his humble spirit for just a moment, grinning with pride at the accuracy of his shots. I still got it. Yes, Chris, you do. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for a bonus video of Chris Cruz writing out his mantra, I am greater than fire. After hearing this, I think you'll agree that it's very powerful to see the effort he puts into writing this out for me. I felt so privileged to interview him, and I will likely hang on to this for a long time.